Do you know how many conversations you need to have and how many appointments you need to go on to reach your goals next year? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and I'm going to provide a resource for you, a spreadsheet for you that I figured out all the formulas. You can just email me for you and I'll send it over and you can put in your own numbers. So this is the Agent Business Plan. It's a worksheet for you to figure out the daily actions you need to take to get the results you want to get in your business. So the spreadsheet's very simple to follow. All you have to do is follow the instructions on the left side. Use the highlighted fields only. Do not mess with any field unless it's highlighted. So let me show you how to use it. So put your name in there, Chris, and this is for 2022. And let's say that my split is 0.8. If you have a moving split, you'll have to just do this a little bit differently, but put in maybe your average split. Whatever you do, put in a lower number so that you end up with better results than you would have. So put in your split, put in your tax rate. If you're not sure, 25% is a reasonable tax rate to use. And then you need to enter your income goal. Now your income goal, what I have in mind here is the amount of money that you want to take home, not the amount of money on your commission checks from your brokerage. You don't get to take all that home. You got to pay taxes, you got to pay expenses for your business. I'm talking about the amount you want to take home. So let's say that my goal to take home and to pay my bills and to save from is $100,000. So I've got a $100,000 income goal. And then marketing expenses, I'm going to put $5,000. I think 5% is a great minimum to put for marketing. And I'm going to put the same for operating expenses. So this shows I want to take home $100,000, $5,000 marketing, $5,000 operating. It calculates your taxes for you at $33,000. So this tells you this is the number here that actually needs to be on your check from your brokerage, $143,000. Okay, so what the sheet does for you now, if you go to section 3, it'll calculate what that volume means for you. Based upon your split, you need to sell just under $6 million in real estate. Okay, so what you do need to fill in next is your average price. If you're not sure of your average price, pull the average price from your area. If you're a newer agent, start a little bit lower. I'm going to put $250,000 for my average price. That's pretty close in our area. And this tells me, based upon that volume at that price, I need to have 24 transactions closed to reach my desired take-home income goal. Next, you'll fill out the number of listings and buyers that will be part of that 24 transactions. So ideally, you want to have more listings than buyers, like 60% listings. If you're a newer agent, you're probably more likely to have 60 or even 70% buyers. So you can put what you want in there. Just make sure these two boxes add up to your transactions. So I'm going to put 14 listings and 10 buyers. And when I do that, what it's going to begin doing is calculating for me my leading KPIs. So leading KPIs are inputs. Lagging KPIs, which is your sales, that's outputs. So think of it like this. What you eat and the amount you work out, that's your leading KPIs. What you weigh would be your lagging KPIs. So there's inputs and outputs. The leading is what it's the actions you take that creates the results that you want. So what this tells us, based upon these ratios, so I've got two different ratios for buyers and sellers. So here's the big idea. Stats tell us in our industry that for every 3 listing appointments you go on, you will close 1 listing. Every 4 buyer appointments you go on, buyer consults, you will close 1 buyer. So using those ratios, 14 listings means I need to go on 42 listing appointments. 10 buyers closed means I need to go on 40 buyer appointments. What this means is this is such an important number, 82 appointments. 82 appointments is my goal for next year. All right? Put that number in front of you. I would put that number on your wall. I would maybe count to 82 and put an X over every number every time you go on an appointment. That is such an important number. The second number is your conversations, okay? So another industry standard that we know is about for every 50 people you talk to about real estate, you will net 1 transaction. So what I've done here is it calculates it for you. 24 transactions is your goal. Times 50 means you need to talk to 1,200 people over the year. Now that can seem like a daunting number, but we're going to break it down. Okay, so all of these numbers that you've calculated and you've put in up here, they all automatically drop down into this bottom section called your KPI snapshot. So this annual column pulls everything from up top and then it breaks it down to quarterly, weekly, and even daily. Now notice for weekly, I've got 46 weeks out of the year instead of 52. That's just taking into account holidays, vacations, sick leave, all that good stuff. So daily, it's 230 days. That's 46 weeks times 5 days. That's how it's calculated. All right. So this tells you some very important numbers that really drop down here at the bottom. And these are the two numbers that are the most important numbers in your business. It's your daily conversation goal and your weekly appointment goal. I think that's the best way to think of those. So what do those mean? So what this means is every day I come to work, my goal is to talk to 6 people about real estate. Every single day. And here's the big idea with that. Forget about the number of closings you have. If you do the input of talking to 6 people every single day about real estate, the output will follow. And then with appointments, you could look at appointments over quarterly, monthly, yearly, however you want to. I think the best way to think about appointments is how many appointments do I need to go on this week for this week to help me reach my goals? Well, the stats tell us, the numbers tell us, 2. It's just rounding up this column right here. So I need to go on 2 appointments every single week that I work. 6 conversations a day, 2 appointments a week. And then what's beautiful about this is it does the math for you on how much each of these conversations and appointments are worth. And just to make that real simple, here's the big idea. If 1,200 conversations will in fact net you $143,000 in commission, then you can do the math and divide that 143,000 by 1,200 and see that the potential value of every conversation you have is $119. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that make you want to pick up the phone and call people and talk to them about real estate? And then the same idea with appointments. If it's true that 82 appointments this year will take you to $143,000 in commissions, then that means every appointment you go on is worth $1,748. Guys, knowing your numbers, knowing the input actions, those daily activities, those weekly goals that you need to hit every single day, every single week, focusing on that, that is what will get you to the goals and to hitting the numbers you have for the year. So I hope this spreadsheet is helpful for you. If you want a copy of it, just shoot me an email and I will be glad to share it your way. Know your numbers. It's one of the most important things that you need to know. It's like your coordinates on the map and saying, that's where I'm going. Hope you found this helpful.